An old soul in the new world. This guy, Cody Wise, is the man to watch. Thank you for coming tonight, and I heard you're gonna rock the house out tonight.
I'm gonna try.
Now, I've got a few questions that people want to know, actually.
Okay.
You know, like Will.i.am recently performed a rendition of Bieber's hit song, actually Judith Hill did, of The Power on NBC's The Voice. Have you seen it? What'd you think about it?
I haven't seen it, actually.
What?
How crazy is that? Yeah, I have not seen this.
Have you been busy recording? What's going on?
I've been recording. I just found out I'm going overseas for the first time.
Ooh, where to?
London.
Oh, wow.
So I'm really excited about that. I've never been outside of the country, actually, so.
With all this stuff that's been happening, being signed, being with Will.i.am, Interscope Records, how has your life changed, let's say, in the last year?
The year definitely, you know, I had to finish high school early, that's one thing. That was a big change. Moving from Philadelphia to California was a really big change. The weather out here is amazing, by the way. So I don't think I'm going back to Philly for the summer. I guess I just like thumped on Philly. Maybe I shouldn't do that. But
there are pluses and minuses, and don't worry, we'll take care of it in post.
Yeah,
don't worry, we got your back.
Cool, thank you.
But you're working with some big people, like, is it Anthony Preston as well?
Anthony Preston, yes.
Yeah, and he's been behind Nicole Scherzinger and just so many names. And now, what is it like working with him, with David Guetta? You know, he's worked with some of the heavies, and you're working with him.
He basically adopted me. Like he's basically my big brother, and I never had like a big brother figure. So he's you know, guiding me through the whole recording process, and he's been such a great person to work with.
So it's almost some mentoring, you would say.
Yes,
absolutely.
definitely mentored me.
And that's great, because I mean, you moved out here, and I'm sure there's just so many new things to see, and it's good having some sort of guidance.
Yes, I would be lost without him. Yes.
We got to talk about Will.i.am.
Of course.
You know?
Of course.
Give me something, you know, because I'm sure everyone asks you, what's it like working with him, but what's some fun stuff? What's some things that we don't know about Will.i.am that you get to see on the daily?
That's kind of, oh man, that's a hard question too. That is a really, oh man, okay. He's hilarious. I don't know if he's hilarious on like performances, right? He's really funny.
So he's just a goofball.
Yeah, he just messes around all the time. He's just like all over the place, just cracking jokes and stuff. It's always a happy time in the studio with him. He's pretty much a mad scientist. I always say that. I know somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, you say that all the time," but there's nothing else I can use to describe him. He's just genius.
It's because just inspiration comes from everywhere.
Anywhere. He does any genre of music. He's written some songs that I didn't even know that he had like a part of. He's just all over the place with everything, and you know, he goes out. He does more than just music, is the thing.
Now, since we're talking about Will.i.am, what are some of the benefits that you've received by working with him?
A lot of life lessons. He does have a lot of life lessons, like for instance, business law. Take business law. That's one big thing. Never sign a contract before you read it. Other things like use your music as a vehicle, rather than just being, you know, specializing in music. Use it to branch out to other things, like making like an internet, or like making some kind of website, or you know, some kind of product line, or you know, fashion design or something like that.
A lot of people ask, well, you're new to the scene, what is your sound? And I know you talk a lot about the retro sound, but how about, what is that final goal? Do you see, what is the ultimate goal for Cody Wise? A
lot of people think that I want to take it back to like retro and definitely the old like Temptations kind of music, but I want to eventually I want to somehow use it to my advantage, not just because I basically study music, and I want to use the Quincy Jones and all that kind of stuff as an influence for new music, because there isn't that, I mean, there's not hardly that much new music, even though I'm sure that's really hard to do, so I guess that's a really big like thing to say, but I want to try and do something new, innovative.
So you're here to change the world?
Yeah, basically, yes.
For more celebrity interviews, log on to PopStopTV.com. Pop culture for the next generation.